Tamara, and welcome back to Tamara's Little Bakery. On today's episode, we're going to be making whole wheat bread. Are you ready? Because I am. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and turn off your post notification just so you know when I post a video. Also, I just uploaded a video making banana bread, so if you'd like to see that tutorial, make sure you click the link up here or I'll post it down in the description box, okay? Now, so grab your baking bowls, wash those hands, and let's get right into baking. Making bread, you don't need a lot of ingredients. You just need the basic ingredients, right? So right here I have my whole milk. I have 1 cup of whole milk in here. I'm gonna add 1 cup of warm water, melted butter, and add in your sugar. I'm gonna put all the measurements down in the description box, so make sure you check that in. I'm gonna stir this all in. Just doing this just to make sure the sugar is all dissolved in our liquid. Make sure. Now, fun part, I'm gonna grab the yeast. And for the yeast, we're gonna use 2 1/4 teaspoons. So grab, I have this handy dandy measuring spoon. So I'm gonna grab 1 teaspoon. Where's 1 teaspoon? All right. So grab 1 teaspoon. And I'm just we're gonna let this rest for 10 minutes so that our yeast can bloom. The yeast feeds on the sugar to bloom, so make sure you have sugar in there. Now that we've put in our yeast, we're gonna stir this in and we're gonna let it bloom for 10 minutes. All right, it's gonna do its job and let it set in a warm place. When you put it in a warm place, the yeast blooms faster, so just make sure you put it in a warm area. Time to work with our dry ingredients. Quick story time. I actually planned on making your regular plain white bread, but I don't know where the all-purpose flour is. I don't know where y'all are hiding it. I guess everyone is baking now this quarantine, but I seem to don't know who's baking. But anyways, I decided to settle for whole wheat flour because that was the only thing I found in Target. It's now back to dry ingredients. We're gonna start with our dry ingredients now. So we got our whole wheat bread. This is 4 cups of 3.5 cups of whole wheat bread and 1/2 cup of your regular all-purpose flour. So you put that in, and so now we're gonna stir this in. Grab your salt. I didn't measure this beforehand, and it's gonna be 1.5 teaspoons salt. So, hey, I'm winging this here. Okay, half. Put that all in. And now you're gonna stir it all in with the flour. I don't know flour. I don't know how you guys pronounce it, but it's whatever. You guys know what I mean. Stir this in. Now we're gonna check on our yeast to see if the mixture is bloomed. All right, just take a look at that. This is just the melted butter drying up. Anyways, we're gonna add 1 egg in here. Mix that in. Now we're gonna grab our dry ingredients. I'm gonna mix this in here. Bread seems difficult to bake, but it actually isn't. You just need 1 bowl to make a bread. This is my first time making wheat bread, so this is kind of fun. Just trying something I have never tried before. Okay, so just mix this in. I do not have the KitchenAid, but so I have to use my hands and use my spatula to mix this bread dough. Now it's time to knead, because at this point I can't really mix with my hand no more. So we're gonna knead. I'm just gonna take flour and put it all up in here. All right. Okay, cool. Making bread is actually easy once you start kneading. Kneading is like the tedious part of making the bread. So we have to knead for 10 minutes. you have to need to make sure you produce gluten. So you have to make sure you knead. If you do have a KitchenAid, this is easier for you. But when you're doing it with your hand, you have to make sure you knead for like 10 minutes. But if you do have a KitchenAid, you could just like knead for, let's say, 2-3 minutes or 5. So we just keep kneading until 10 minutes. And you see how I do it? So basically I grab the end and, you know, drag it all in, just like that. Drag it all in. Drag it all in. All right. So just keep doing that. 6 minutes later, I'm still kneading.
Here, kneading your dough properly is a very important step when making bread. Kneading helps in producing gluten, which makes your bread light, airy, and chewy. Without producing gluten, your bread will come out flat and dry and boring, and you don't want that. This also makes for a good arm exercise, so get your kneading on.
I finally done kneading this dough. Okay. Now, you want to make sure when you put it down, it's rising up. That's when you know you've given it a good knead. Okay. So now, let it rise for an extra hour or an hour and a half so it could double in size. I mean, you can accomplish a good bread, a good fluffy bread, when you let it rest for a good amount of time. So I'm gonna do that right now. I like playing with the dough. Good. All right. Just gonna like oil the bottom pan. I'm oiling the pan so it doesn't dry out the dough. I prefer using virgin olive oil just because it has a nice flavor and I want to maintain a good flavor in my bread. So now we let this rest for an hour in a warm area. Finally, after an hour, our dough has doubled in size, and this is thanks to our yeast. So pretty. Okay, now we're gonna dump this to our table, just like that. All right, so in this process, I'm gonna like add margarine, and this is just to add flavor and fluffiness to our batter. So just gonna like mix it and roll it like you normally do your bread. For the last time, then we put it in our dough. Okay. Cut this dough into two because we're gonna put it in 2 different pans, and I'm gonna be using, just look at that. I'm gonna be using the 5x10 pan here. So what I advise, so this is how I roll this into my pan. I just spread it out a little bit. When I spread this out, alright. And when we're done that, let's put it in here. When we've done that, we're gonna let it rise for extra 30 minutes. And we'll put it in the oven. Okay, so the bread is finally ready after a long 30 minutes. While it's hot, I like to take hot melted butter, and just rub it on top of just like that. It's gonna give it that nice glaze.
Just a little bit more.
Just take a look at the results. Our bread came out fluffy, light, Take a look at that steam. Smells delicious. I couldn't wait to tear it up. It was kind of hot. Make sure you try this at home, guys.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed making this bread with me, whole wheat bread with me. My first time making whole wheat bread, and it was a delicious success. So make sure you try this at home. Also, click down below to subscribe. It does help me a lot. Like, comment, and also turn on your post notifications so you know when I want to when I post a new video. Also, if you I know lately things have been sold out. Like, I couldn't get plain flour and yeast and all that. So if you don't have yeast and you want to make like a loaf or bread, you could try banana bread. Doesn't necessarily need yeast, and that link would be up top somewhere or down below. So you could try that at home. Thanks for watching.